Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Goodview Woodworks channel. My name is Nathan, and we are here with Shop Talk Tuesday. If you guys notice, my surroundings are much different. I finally got my office finished, so from now on, we will be in my office instead of on my dining room table in the dining room. First things first, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and and I want to also I'm very thankful for this smoking hot wife and blessing us with an awesome, beautiful little baby girl. This Thanksgiving is a very, very important one. As Esther's first Thanksgiving, it's really cool to be a parent and be a daddy. So, guys, I'm very, very thankful this year. I've been thankful. I was always thankful in other years. This one is special to us. So I want to thank you all as well for supporting this channel and supporting us. Those of you who have supported us in our adoption process as well. So let's get to a few comments. David Hull says, ready for the stream. Hey, David. DK says, happy Thanksgiving. David Hoyt, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Southern Roots, happy Thanksgiving. Aaron says, boom. Nick Shelton, happy Thanksgiving, bro. Richard Collins says, happy Thanksgiving from Michigan's UP. Mountain View Turning, hello, everyone. Aaron says, what's up, Chad? Happy Turkey Day. Danielle Thomas says, happy Thanksgiving from Louisville, Kentucky. First of all, I just want to say thank you to you guys, but also during this time, I want to ask you guys for just your thoughts and where you expect this channel to go. I'm really curious to see what kind of projects you're expecting from the Goodview Woodworks channel. If there's anything that I have not done or haven't covered that you want, we're still moving forward with. We're still moving forward with the website, and I think that we actually have the pigments, the thumbnails for the pigments finished and up to date. So I'm going to check on that right now. But the problem was before, for some reason, it had the same thumbnail for every single pigment. So that was kind of crappy. I didn't really, it was super weird why that was happening. So also, William Wagner says, turkey, yum, yum, get in my belly. Lost Sailor says, hey now from the Adirondacks. Nick says, loving that hat, bro. So guys, if you want to, remember we talked about him in the last video, but go check out Nick's page over on Facebook. I don't know if you guys can see that. Blue Water Wood Company over on Facebook. Go check him out. He's got some pretty cool stuff over there. Larry Spencer says, need some turkey, or send some turkey this way. Lancer, happy Thanksgiving from Cali. David says, what up from Indy? Southern Roots says, what's the website again? Guys, yeah, it's goodviewwoodworks.com. If you want to go check it out. If you would like to support this channel, there we have some merch up there. We also just posted up some pigments that we are really happy to be working with a company to have to provide you with Goodview Woodworks pigments. We have 50 different colors, and we actually have some really cool colors that they just come out with, and they are what they call color flip or color flop color pearls, and they change from one color to the other depending. So yeah, Southern Roots. My website is goodviewwoodworks.com. Jordan Woodwork says, what's going on, Nathan? How you doing? Jordan Woodworks. DK, I just like the projects you do, like the live edge tables, etc. I appreciate that, DK. Jordan says, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. DK says, just getting to working with resins. And Southern Roots says, here from DeLongiga. Okay. Wow, that's a really so Southern Roots coming out here up here from Georgia. So I'm glad you guys joined us this evening. I wanted to show a few things. Excuse me, real quick. So here we have a few of our new micas. So I used, this is a macro mica right here. You can see they're pretty big flakes. And this is what it looks like. I put it in a pin blank so you guys can see it. This is gold with also our gold pigment, which I have behind me somewhere. But this came out really nicely. The problem is, if you've seen any of my other projects, you have to stir. I forgot this one, and I wanted to show you this one on purpose because I forgot to go back like an hour or two later and stir up the mica. Because they're bigger, they're heavier, and they sink to the bottom. But look how pretty they are. They're really, really pretty. So you guys can see those there. S2 Pallet Wood says, happy Thanksgiving. Can't wait until Goodview hoodie gets here. Yeah, so it has shipped already, and it should be to you very, very shortly. Rumple Foreskin, how's it going? Hey, Canada here. Was thinking of getting into epoxy art and tables. Was wondering just how much do these things sell, and could it be a viable business? So Rumple Foreskin, of course, yeah, definitely a viable business. The biggest thing that comes to making a business out of this, obviously, is to, first of all, perfect your craft before trying to sell it to others. And also understanding how much your time and work is worth. And I think once you figure out those two things, you're totally on your way to having a successful business, no matter what it is. Some people can work with cheaper materials like pine from Home Depot and make a business selling $400 tables. Or you have people like Black Forest Wood Company, which is where you're from in Canada, and they sell epoxy tables for tens of thousands of dollars. So it's all about how you market yourself and how well you build your tables and epoxy resin art, whichever you're going for. William Wagman says free shipping for 10 plus. I don't know. Let me check in with that. I don't know. I don't know. Nick Sheldon says Rumble Foreskin, awesome name. William Wagman, maybe we can work something out, man. Aaron says, agreed, name is hilarious. DK LOL. Lost Sailor says this is rare. This is rare art and somewhat new. Let's hope it stays rare. That makes our products worth more. That's exactly right. And David Hull says, do you have any glow pigments? Not at the moment, but we will be having some very shortly. So I'm working with the manufacturer to get some glow pigments, and I think those are really cool as well. Let me see. I'm going to go back over to the website here and just double check, see if the thumbnails were fixed. But if you guys go over to goodviewwoodworks.com, you want to click the store tab at the top and then either click epoxy or just scroll down. And it looks like the thumbnails have been fixed, so you guys can see the different colors that we have. We have about 50 different colors of pigment, and they come in a few different sizes, which I will grab those for you really quickly. Let me do that. I'm going to grab some of these so you can see. Glenn says, cheers from Australia. How you doing, Glenn? Okay, so here we have the 3 different sizes. Okay, so this one here is about 5 grams, and this color is called Reef. It's like a purple pearlescent color. But this is about 5 grams. This would do 1 or 2 projects depending on how big your project, how big or small your project is. And this is more like a sample size. And then the next size up is 45 grams, which is here. And then the next size up we have is 90 grams, which is here. Now, these two will definitely last you a long time. And if you guys are familiar with like black diamond pigments. One of the baggies of black diamond pigments is 5 grams, so the same amount that's in this. Just our Goodview Woodworks ones, they have a lid that screws on and off. So to me, it makes it a little bit easier. If you guys were doing like countertops or anything, and were using your pearl pigments for art or anything like that, this right here, you would mix one of these with 8 ounces of isopropyl alcohol, and that lasts you quite a while if you're using the pigments like that too. So there's the 3 sizes. You guys can go over to you guys can go over to the website and check those out if you would like. William Wagman says, "Hey, it was worth a shot." You know what? I was throwing around. I don't know if you guys would appreciate anything like that, but I think from now on, when we do the cheapskate challenges, I may be giving away. We'll give away some pigments for the winner of the cheapskate challenge. What do you guys think about that? Lancer says, "Made a coaster and the edges keep inverting in on the corners." So tell me what you mean by inverting in on the corners. Southern Roots says, "Colors look great. Nice wide selection. I messaged you via Instagram last week about advice on the river tables. Do you use a planer on live edge or a router sled or what?" So yes, I've built a router sled to plane down a lot of my live edge tables, but in a most recent few tables that I've made, the guy who supplies my slabs also has an 8-inch carbide cutter head on his slab machine, and he planes them down for me. So it really saves a lot of time and effort that could be spent other places too. So and I've showed that on a few videos. If you guys have seen, especially the conference table video, I showed it on there. And I think that I can plane everything down, but I think you guys, if you have starting having your own business, sometimes it's worth it to outsource and save yourself some money. So it cost me $65 to have it planed down, which is about an hour's worth of my time. And he does it in 10 minutes, or it would take me 3+ hours to plane both sides of the slab. So 6 in one hand, half a dozen the other. I think it saves me some time as well. So are down for the free pigments, for winning the cheapskate challenge. Okay, cool. Lost Sailor says, "How about a hoodie for prizes?" Maybe we could do that. Maybe what we'll do is, depending on like which month. So when we start doing, so I'm going to start the new year, starting with the cheapskate challenge. We're going to start the new year back with the cheapskate challenges, and maybe every couple of months or something, we'll do a big giveaway like a hoodie or something like that. S2 Palwood says, everyone loves giveaways. William Wyman says, "Dang, like Scarface." Lancer says, "They slope down in the corners." Oh, okay. So it slopes down in the corners like this. A lot of times when you are pouring a lot of epoxy, especially if you have I'm not sure if your coasters are in a form, but what happens is epoxy shrinks when it cures, and that's called suck back. It's what you get when it starts to cure, and it stays stuck to the sides, but then shrinks in the middle. So that happens as well. Lancer, hopefully that answers your question. Usually when you're doing coasters, I would suggest pouring probably one big mold, cut them all out, and then probably do a skim coat of epoxy, or maybe some sort of oil, or maybe like some sort of clear coat finish as well. That might help too. Glenn says, "What would be the thinnest wood you would recommend making a table?" So, hey, Glenn, can you be a little bit more specific? Are you talking about a coffee table or a dining room table? So the thinnest I would go for a dining room table would be 1.5 inches. That's about as thin as I would go. Maybe 1.25 inches. The problem with that is wood movement and not a lot of support. So if you did make one about an inch to an inch and a quarter thick, you definitely want to skirt around your table to keep it from moving. As far as like what I like to do for dining room tables or conference tables, it would be 2 inches thick is kind of where I go with it. And as far as a coffee table, I would totally go an inch thick with a coffee table. The last coffee table, or excuse me, the coffee table I made for a friend, it was one of my it's one of my most popular videos on YouTube. Is the pecan coffee table, and that one was 3/4 of an inch finished thickness, and it hasn't. It's been almost 2 years since we made that one. It hasn't moved. It hasn't done anything. There's no dimples in it. A few scratches from being used, but it stayed perfectly straight. It hasn't done. It hasn't moved. It hasn't done anything. So really, really cool. Aaron says, "LOL, pecan." Yeah, I'm in Virginia, and we say pecan. Well, my wife says pecan, but that sounds so fancy. Pecan. So, yes, yes. So they will. They were a regular thing. Getting used to things here at the house. Things have just changed temporarily, but I'm going to start another one on the new year. So January we'll have another cheapskate challenge, and it will be we will start it January 1st, and then we'll give you guys a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks to finish it, and I will pick a date um, around the third or fourth week of January for the end of the challenge. So that way it gives you guys some working time, and we'll possibly do one of those each month or every other month, something like that. And Glenn says, "Thanks, no problem, no problem at all." Hey, if you guys would do me a favor when you guys are here on the live stream, if you would give me a thumbs up, click the like button. That way it puts me higher up in the queue, and we can get more people here on the Shop Talk Tuesday live. I would really appreciate it. Southern Root says, "No worries, all sounds good." 426 Rich says, "Eve, Nathan, and all, how you doing?" 426 Rich. Aaron says, "Any ideas on the challenge?" Well, yeah, we do have a few ideas. I think we'll do another epoxy challenge, but I think one of the rules will be you have to use another certain material. So, like, you have to use a 2x4, or you'll have to use black spray paint or something to that effect, where everybody has to be creative and try to figure out a way to have a really cool project. You have to have a certain material. So I think it'll be fun. Excuse me. So yeah, guys, we have some really cool things happening here at the Good View Woodworks shop, and I really want to thank you guys for being a part of this and really supporting us. And so if you guys want to post and want to post your pictures and things like that, feel free to do that over at the Good View Woodworks community page, or community group, excuse me. So if you go on Facebook, you can type search groups, and it's called Good View Woodworks Community. And that's just an open forum for you guys to go on there, post your pictures, and ask questions. If you have any questions, there's a lot of people on there. We just started it, and we have over 100 people on there, and a lot of people like to give their opinion, and that's great. So I'm just trying. My goal is to build a community of people who enjoy arts, enjoy art and woodworking, and just come there to show off their stuff and have a good time. So all right. So Jordan Woodworks says, "Got to go, peeps. Be good, be safe." All right, Jordan Woodworks, have a happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you being on here. Jeremy says, "Have a good holiday." Lancer says, "When is the next video on the side table?" So the next video on the side table will be more than likely Sunday after Thanksgiving. So with dry times of epoxy and plus the whole holiday thing, It'll probably be Sunday. So those side tables. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. Um, so Aaron says, "Oh, where do you get that white? Looks like square for flood coat." I think you're talking about the square notch trowel where I spread the flood coat out with. Is that correct? Hey, Steven says, "Hopefully I'm not too late." No, not at all. Oh, Aaron says with the notches. Yeah, so that's a square notch trowel. I get them on Amazon. If you you can either go to Amazon or you can go to goodviewwoodworks.com. I have some suggested products up there, and it's just a couple bucks. You can go in there, click it, and get it. You can even go to Amazon.com and just type in plastic notched trowel, and it pops right up. I think they're like $4 or $5. You can also, if you have an Ace Hardware close or something like that, they also have them too. Steven says, "Happy Thanksgiving, all." Hey, appreciate that, Steven. Lancer says, "Cool, thanks." DK says, "Happy Thanksgiving. I'll talk with y'all Sunday." Appreciate that, DK. Travis says, "Have you ever used fiberglass resin on a table before?" Yes. As a matter of fact, I have a video where I used fiberglass resin on a side table. You can check it out. If you go back to my earlier videos, there is a side table um, that I made. It looks, I think I used, what did I use? I used box elder for it. So if you, Aaron says, "Yes, hey, you the man." I appreciate that, Aaron. And then Southern Roo says, "Do you still do any hydro dipping?" I do not do any hydro dipping. I did for a little while. I did a lot of things. As a matter of fact, I did a lot of valve covers, a lot of motorcycle parts, and the thing is, people. So hydro dipping is essentially a whole custom paint job with an extra step, and that's dipping. And a lot of people didn't want to pay even the price for material. So it was a very hard. Um, it was very hard to have that grow. And the only reason I got into it was just because I thought it was really cool. It wasn't even meant for a business. I tried to go that direction, just didn't work out. But so I don't anymore. It takes a lot of. You need to have a tank, a heated tank, and a shop that is climate controlled because the film that you use for hydro dipping is water soluble on one side, and if it's too humid in your shop, it will mess up. It'll mess up the film. So also the activator will get funky as well. So yeah, it's very finicky process, and but it's very, very cool. If you guys ever want to try it, I think they have a website called My Dip Kit. It's like $99. You can go on there and just try it out, see if you like it. Ellen says, "Don't forget to hit that like button and share." Hey Nick, I appreciate that, man. Bob says, "How do you feel about using poplar to make a coffee table?" Hey, Bob, great question. Poplar is a great wood. I would totally use it for a coffee table. I've made a lot of things out of poplar. I've made a lot of sliding barn doors out of poplar, and been years they've been hanging there and haven't moved. So poplar is a really nice wood, and if you get some rainbow poplar, it's very pretty. A lot of different colors. A lot of poplar is a yellowish green color, but you can also get purples and um, other colors in it too, which is really, really pretty. Southern Roo says, "Yeah, that's why I asked. The money isn't there for what your coats and time are." Yeah, exactly right. I did find out though, if you kind of get in with a powder coating company, you can actually dip over. Hey guys, I really appreciate all the questions that you have for me this evening. It's been great. Um, if you guys have any questions regarding regarding the new pigments or the micas or the glitter that we have also some glitter and stuff. Sorry, I meant to tell you guys the micas, different products there. I showed you the gold macro flakes. We also have like the copper glitter, big glitter pieces. A lot of different stuff here. The bronze is really, really cool. So we have a lot of different stuff, but it's not all up there yet. So if you guys, just here and there, go check out the website and check out some of that stuff I have up there for you. Larry Spence says, nice picture of your dog. Oh yeah, Roxy, she's really, really cool. She's a great pup. Aaron says, I have like 5 slabs of rainbow poplar. Can't wait for it to dry and work with it. Yeah, rainbow poplar is very pretty. Madison Porter. Hey, Madison. How are you? I'm glad you showed up this evening. Hey, guys. You see Madison on here. That's my niece. So, I'm glad she's on here. That's really, really cool. Hey, Maddie. Hey, Maddie. Southern Ruse says, hey, brother, I have to run. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm about to start posting videos for my channel to start, so I may hit you up for advice on that later. Hey, anytime. I'd be more than happy to help you and give you any advice that I have on, YouTube channel. Maddie. So yeah, any questions, feel free to ask. Maddie says Savannah's here too. So hey, Maddie and Savannah, I love you. S2 Palwood says, Good View site is super easy to use and easy to check out too. Just saying. Hey, S2 Palwood, thanks. If you guys go there, I would appreciate any kind of feedback. S2 Palwood, that was great feedback. You guys, as long as it's constructive criticism, I would really appreciate it. Let me know if I could improve anything or what you guys are looking for. That'd be great as well. But everybody, thanks for hanging out this evening. I'm going to jet and go spend some time with my daughter and my lovely wife. I really appreciate you guys hanging in here this evening. I want to say happy Thanksgiving, and make sure you guys share. Go on the Goodview Woodworks community group and just share some things that you're thankful for. Leave a comment. There's some things that you're thankful for, and once again, thank you for coming in this evening. It's one of my favorite times during the week. You guys are awesome. And with that being said, thanks for hanging out, guys.